The federal level must not be obeyed if they have defied God's law word and defied the Constitution. And that's what many of these EPA restrictions upon the businesses and the citizens of our state are. So they must not be obeyed in order that we may keep our constitutional oath, that we may actually be civil servants to the people that have put us there, because laws arise from government doesn't make the law. The people rise up, power rises up from the people, and the people make the law, and that law should be in accordance with God's word and the conscience.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, this resolution is a resolution that says Oklahoma recognizes that abundant, resilient, and diversified domestic energy production in the United States enhances American national security, economic competitiveness, and energy independence. And this resolution urges federal action to reform United States processes relating to permitting and environmental review in order to expedite the deployment of modern energy infrastructure. Madam President, I ask to waive the reading due to the length of the resolution and move for the adoption of the resolution.
The federal level must not be obeyed if they have defied God's law word and defied the Constitution. And that's what many of these EPA restrictions upon the businesses and the citizens of our state are. So they must not be obeyed in order that we may keep our constitutional oath, that we may actually be civil servants to the people that have put us there, because laws arise from government doesn't make the law. The people rise up, power rises up from the people, and the people make the law, and that law should be in accordance with God's word and the conscience. And these federal laws are restricting both of those things. And so when this authority, namely the federal government, commands what God has forbidden or has not required. Second, whenever it forbids what God commands or has not forbidden. Third, whenever it oversteps its constitutional jurisdiction. Or fourth, binds the conscience that God alone has jurisdiction. We, those who are their authority, we are the authority for the federal government in this situation. We are not to obey them whenever they take tyrannical action and unconstitutional action. And further, those who are in positions as civil servants of the law to which we have bound ourselves must interpose between the federal government and our people. We have to interpose ourselves between that federal tyrant and the people that we have sworn to protect. And we have the right, and no, I would say the responsibility, to invalidate any federal laws that we deem unconstitutional with respect to the United States Constitution. So, this is a long-standing responsibility, a constitutional responsibility that we have. George Mason in 1775 says this: "In all our associations, in all our agreements, let us never lose sight of this fundamental maxim, that all power was originally lodged in and consequently is derived from the people. We should wear it as a breastplate and buckle it as our armor." And then Mercy Otis Warren in 1788 says this: "The origin of all power is in the people, and that they have an incontestable right to check the creatures of their own power." We have the responsibility, Madam President, to buck the federal system whenever they are unconstitutional. I want to see us flex that power against them, and not just resolve that they be stronger, but us actually write legislation that protects the people in our state. I'll just say this last. John Jay, on the 17th of September in 1787, he was the Supreme Court Chief Justice. He says this: "The Constitution only serves to point out that part of the people's business which they think proper by it to refer to the management of the persons therein designated." We have the duty, let's take it up, and let's defy them where they are performing unconstitutional acts on our people that we must protect. Thank you.
Will there be further debate on Senate Resolution 30? Senator Paxton, do you wish to close? That concludes debate. The vote will now occur. All those in favor of adopting the resolution signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.